Well, Viper was just trolling, so it doesn't count. Yeah, Homus knows. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Next game coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have game 5. Game 5. I can count. A Viper is in the red, playing as the Britons. In the green, we have Liereyy. Lierey's playing as the Celts. This is exciting. Yes. This, for those that don't know, is a classic AOC Civ matchup. And 1v1s in Arabia, all of the big Arabia tournaments prior to the expansions, we saw this matchup all the time. So this is super exciting for me. Also, it's particularly exciting because Viper has Britons as well. So let's do this. Dandy, thank you for the Prime sub. I've been having a good day with the casting today. We have multiple wood lines for Viper to choose from. 1, 2, and 3. Very good map to wall up as well. You can protect his main gold with some walls. Maybe this way or further to the right-hand side. He really should have no complaints about this map. He even has a back stone available to him. You look at Liereyy, and man, this is going to test the guy. This is going to test the guy. He has the back gold, amazing. But on the right-hand side, that's his closest wood line. And he's versus Britons as well. I mean, Viper with Briton range is already ridiculous, but when your opponent is forced to go so far to wood, and there's only one wood line, you're going to pursue that, and you're going to try and range that with your crossbows at some point. So we'll see what Liereyy will do. A Celt is a very good man-at-arms into Archer Civ, and then it's more of a defensive style, where you're on multiple town centers and you defend with the faster-firing Mangonels. That defensive style is always tough to use when you're versus Viper. I talked about it prior to this. I said, I don't really believe in Civ wins, and this is a good example. I don't think Lierey's in a great position with his map, so he should be more aggressive with his civilization. Celts can beat Britons. In fact, if it's like 1v1 Black Forest or just something that's closed off, Celts beat Britons. If it's something that's open, Britons can kill Celts before they can use their advantages. So this is a really cool matchup here. A Gorg, they can use 1 Re if they want. Oftentimes in this game, though, when someone's up 3-1, they won't use their Re, even if they should. And while he does have a poor wood situation, the gold's pretty nice. So it's not the worst map. Marsley Official, thank you for the Prime sub as well. We have another official here, guys, so watch out. I don't know if there's enough room for both of us. Viper's map is ridiculously good. This is one of those maps where you could build a barracks and drush, full wall, and just go fast castle. Which is a very rare strategy nowadays because the meta is more aggressive. But Viper is going to gold. Well, let's see if Liereyy spots this. If he sees his villager on gold, he'll know a drush is coming. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Assuming he looked at it, he knows Viper's going for the drush. I still don't know if we'll see drush fast castle. It's a long time to be stuck in the Dark Age with this aggressive meta. So I feel like instead we might see drush into archers, which is something we've seen many times from Viper. I tried that in the Huns vs. Berbers game, which was game 3, I think? Yeah, game 3. So we'll see what he does this time. He is going to start walling up, though. Liereyy, meanwhile, no surprise he has 4 on wood. Building a barracks. Is he also going to drush? Or is he... Yeah, he's going to drush as well. Okay. So this is a defensive drush, most likely. Both players will delay their feudal age clicks. That way they can go for the militia to get some map control. The problem is, Viper, he can wall in as the drush happens, and any feudal age attack will pretty much be useless for Liereyy if the wall is complete. Liereyy really can't do that. This can work for Liereyy if he gets a good trade. He can delay himself at Viper's base, but I still feel like it might be a tad better to go for an aggressive feudal age strategy. If you recall the final of King of the Desert, I've mentioned that about 10 times today, so if you haven't seen the games, you should watch them. Similar situation. Viper had Burmese. He had a stupidly good map. Liereyy went for a drush, and then the drush put him behind because Viper just full walled and went to castle and boomed. While that was even more of a map win than anything else, it's just an example of what you can do when you have good maps. And Liereyy has scouted it, so he has to live with whatever decision he makes now. Viper just ran into a wolf, lost a little bit of HP on his rush. For the sake of the series, I am going to root for Viper in this one for sure. I was never truly rooting for Liereyy, to be fair, but it's great to see someone beat the Viper. And here we go. Both Josh going to fight without the scouts, and it seemed slightly better for Viper, but I think that it'll be even in the end when the scouts arrive. Yeah, nice micro from Viper. Both players going to lose their militia, and Viper has the edge with the scout. But behind all that, this is important. How many villagers do you have? How many farms do you have? What is your economy like? And Viper did get 1 deer, so that'll assist him in his plans. And he's planning on full walling. So both players click you have to feudal at the same time. 27 villagers each, 3 kills, 3 deaths. They're basically robots, guys. And here we go. Villagers going to kill the deer now. So that evens it out. I don't know if Liereyy lured a deer earlier, but it's always nice to do that if you can. So they're going to go into archer units, for sure. It's just a matter of how many resources they will have. Viper's only 50% of the way up, as is Liereyy. Only 300 food right now. Will have the gold. Everything about this build says Drush Fast Castle for both players. However, the food is lower than they would like. I think Lierey's going to have a nice advantage with the deer. See, his resources are higher than Viper's. It makes sense with the wood because Celts chop wood faster. I trust Viper. I think Viper will be fine, but he's got to make sure that he can use his Britain advantage in the next stage. Here we go. Archer range and blacksmith will come up. Viper spots it. This is not a surprise to him at all. Ah, okay, it was Lierey's second deer. So, wait, was this Lierey's second deer? Or was this Lierey's third deer? Are you saying there's a delay here, so you might be saying that 4 were originally here and now he's taken 3, which is very, very good. Let's compare. Liereyy will click up after I build his blacksmith here. Yeah, he'll click up now. Viper, yeah, see, he's idling his TC. The lack of deer, I think the lack of farms hurt Viper just a little bit. Speaking of hurting, that villager's hurting, and I don't know why Liereyy took that engagement. It's possible he didn't think he could get back. Nice awareness from Viper to fight with his scout, though, and stop those walls. So both players going archers. Actually, Liereyy is going to add some skirms as well. While skirms counter the archers, it's tough to afford elite skirm when you do Drush Fast Castle. You notice they don't have a lot of resources in the bank, so elite skirm is quite costly. Viper's going to try and save his scout here. He should be able to do so with these archers, so Liereyy will run away if he's paying attention. Yep, paying attention. Liereyy has a 25-second window to do damage for his Viper. He has a mix of skirms and a mix of archers. He might try and take a trade now. I don't think he's going to upgrade to elite skirm. I could be wrong, but it's a lot of resources to invest into this. Maybe he will. You never know. The scouts actually mean a lot here because it can distract. Every time Viper stops to attack, the skirmishers from Liereyy can attack. And there you go. Perfect example. The scout actually killed something, even though it was on 24 HP. And it got the assist. Very nice moment for map control from Liereyy, who has the worst map. Even the wolf joining in against Viper. That's the second wolf this game. Lierey's researching Bodkin Arrow. That as well is tough. Very, very tough. And he's chasing Viper around the map. Oh man, Viper's gonna get trapped with his army.
Long time.
Oh, he's not gonna get trapped with the army, I lied. He's just gonna run around and hide, and Lierey's patrolling around looking for him. It's a good start for Liereyy and Castle Age, for sure. Magnetox, it has been a while. Welcome back for 7 months, though. Appreciate the continued support, man. Viper has cheap Britain TCs, while Liereyy has fast wood choppers. Both players will have strong booms behind this for different reasons. The wolves have found Liereyy now. Woo woo woo. He's gonna micro. This guy's gonna be the distractor. And he'll be fine. Viper's hesitant to go out and do damage now. He can't fight skirmishers. Well, actually, he can now because they're not elite and he has the additional range. But you never want to fight a counter unit, so he'll probably go and try and hit an area that Lierey's not expecting. And here, Liereyy is going to just try and trade. And Viper's micro is beautiful. Didn't take any losses. Nice little dodge there with part of the group. Even killing Lierey's scout. And this is where Britons can really turn things around. But this is where Celts can defend well. Maganel. Problem, though, he went for the university. Did anyone see if Liereyy clicked ballistics? See, all of this is very expensive. He can't afford elite skirmisher right now. He's gone for a Maganel. He went for ballistics on the elite skirmisher. And Viper, if he's in an engagement he doesn't like, he can just run away from it. He hasn't invested all that much into this. I think the university, I mean, that hurts so much. And a nice little distract from Viper to keep these units active. Lure these away so he can kill Vils here. A bit strange indeed from Liereyy. He could have had a TC already had he not gone for the university, but he's gone for ballistics instead. I think as Celts, you just have to boom and defend. It's tough on this map, I get it, but Viper's never going to allow you to do damage. And oh, Viper has snuck around here. A Viper doesn't have ballistics yet. Lierey's going to micro these Vils back and forth. Not enough there to save her life. And Viper tried to sneak around to this wood line. He gets there once with Liereyy not having army there, and it could be game over. But oh, uncharacteristic of Viper here to throw away crossbows. He's probably focusing here, trying to kill Vils on the farms, and focusing here, trying to keep these crossbows alive. He did take some losses. Viper has a Vil lead. He also has not had the idle time, so big lead for Viper with the economy. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Viper with Britons is ridiculous. He hasn't invested a lot of resources in these attacks. And it has been well worth it to do this. Back at home for him, he's adding his 3rd town center. We joke about Viper map hacks. But really, at the end of the day, it's that Viper knows how to use his maps very well. T90 official and chat, is our king being destroyed? I don't see Fat Slob playing in this game, Trox, but maybe Fat Slob will do a show match at some point with Viper or Liereyy. Maybe he'll play the winner, I don't know. Viper definitely wants to get behind this wood line. Vil lead is growing now for Viper. Lierey's on 1 town center. You know what he's going to have to do now? He's going to have to push. Honestly. Because Viper's Vil lead will grow so much that he can't catch up in a boom now. If he starts adding town centers, he's already behind. So he needs to be aggressive. Problem is, as he kills a Vil here, lucky that Viper had opened that up. Fatslop wouldn't have done that. So that's obviously why Fatslop is king. Problem is, Viper can just send small groups to raid. So Liereyy can't commit everything forward at all. But here he should be okay-ish to defend. I mean, he loses a skirmisher. Yep, he forces Viper away with Maganel. Oh, Viper's gonna add knights, isn't he? Viper's adding a few stables. Wonderful move. A few knights, kill the skirmishers and the Maganels. No archer units for Liereyy. Britons don't have the best knights, but Viper's not going to go Cavalier or anything late game. He's just simply doing that for the early game, and it'll be a surprise move. Finally, Liereyy gets a TC up. It's so hard to town center this map. Liereyy possibly expects the knights because he has monks coming forward, but he's gonna need quite a few of them. Let's see what else Liereyy is up to. Not a lot else. Just sending all of his units forward now. Okay, here come the knights. Here come the crossbows. 3 different armies from Viper. And Viper's here, and he's killed the monk. He's killed the monk. That was a sick move from him. The Mangonels should die. And actually, both of those Mangonels died to some friendly fire there. And with the knights, the skirmishers will die as well. And, you know, as I said, Viper in such a good position now. Believe it or not, he doesn't have a huge Vil lead, but he's on Liereyy here as well. It's going to kill the Mangonel. That was kind of expected.